All right, good morning, interwebs. So yesterday I talked a little bit about some of the nutrition stuff that I've been reading related to cancer risk reduction, and also, some stuff related to when you're going through treatment, like chemo, which is what I'm going through right now. The stuff through chemo is very similar to the risk reduction, the cancer risk reduction literature, except they just don't want you to change your diet too much and eat the things that you can eat, because a lot of people deal with, like myself, deal with just taste buds not working right. Sometimes you don't taste things, sometimes things taste metallic, or in my case it's metallic, and sometimes it tastes like, if you're from a very well-built old place like where I'm from in upstate New York, it's been there since the 1400s, right? Sometimes when you turn on the tap, you get a little bit of brown that comes out before it starts coming out clear. And back in the day when that would happen, it would taste very clay-like. Like if you go to the beach and you dig deep enough and you get to the clay, that's the flavor of the water. And so that's actually what I'm experiencing more than metallic this time around. It was metallic in the fall with the 5-FU and the mitomycin. Now it's more of a clay flavor with Taxol and Carboplan, right? So looking at this, some of this stuff, and I'm just looking at a sheet of paper right here with a couple of notes on it. The four main things that all of the resources say are: limit how much alcohol you drink. I have read quite a few times while you're going through treatment, though, don't drink any alcohol, right? Cut back on added sugar. That's a little different than the stuff that you read on the interwebs where they say don't ingest sugar at all, right? That's not the issue here. The issue is moderation and added sugar. Along those lines, a lot of the reading I do say avoid products that use corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, as their main sweetening agent. So most sodas, right? Now, for a while there, Pepsi had real sugar Pepsi and real sugar Mountain Dew and whatnot, and so I tried to do a little research to see if those would be better, but based on this cut back on added sugar, it sounds like it probably would. Limit red and processed meat. That's a very common one for cancer risk reduction. I've known that one for a long time. I can tell you in my situation, I was not heavy in red meats. Doesn't mean I still don't enjoy a delicious steak sometimes. For instance, we're doing a pot roast today, but the guidance is not don't eat meat at all. If you're a meat eater, just limit it, and in moderation. Everything is always moderation. And then just add more whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. I think most people can benefit from that in our American diet, right? And along those lines, avoid anything that's made with processed white flour. That's a key there, because that just metabolizes directly into sugar, and it's a very quick metabolizing product once it's inside you. So they recommend using other types of. That's why they say whole grains, because white flour is not made from whole grains. One thing I had read on the internet, I really can't pinpoint exactly where I read it, but I read it a couple of times, and it was basically saying while you're going through chemo treatment, don't eat beans. But all of the literature I have here from both Banner and the Mayo Clinic say very clearly beans are good through treatment because they are very high in fiber, and they help things keep moving, right? So if you do read out there that beans are bad, it appears that is just an old wives' tale or some kind of myth. It appears that beans are actually one of those miracle foods. And then there's mushrooms. I'm going to talk about that in another video. Mushrooms are a whole other discussion, right? So I think the next post I'll have is going to be about the mushrooms and whatnot. But so that's pretty much the guidance I found to be consistent amongst the research, the actual science behind the diet, behind cancer risk reduction, and while you're going through treatment. And, just know that when I do share this information, because I do believe in science, it's kind of hard not to when you've worked in healthcare your entire career. I'm sharing science-backed information. I'm not going to some rando's blog somewhere who says, I'm a dietitian and I say you should drink this herbal tea 17 times a day. That's not the type of place that I'm getting the info from. Just so y'all know, I'm that's just who I am, I guess. Right? I don't want to take anything away from them. It's just very hard for me to believe some random person who has a blog over an entire field of scientists that have been looking at this for 100 years. Right. Anyways, so that's what we got for today. Maybe later today or tomorrow, I'll talk about the mushrooms. That's going to be a big conversation. So with that, we've gone 6 minutes. I won't hold you any longer. Thanks for checking us out every day. The support is super helpful. We love the comments. It really gives us some stuff to think about, and and we talk about in our videos and whatnot. And so, just have a great day.